Marie, say hello.
Hi.
She says hello. This place is so busy. Tara, take a look. So many people. It's like the first really sunny, warm day, so everyone is out. Okay, so now we're here. We have a beer. We got some croquetas. You've never been to Spain, man, you gotta have croquetas. They're really, really tasty. Inside, usually like potatoes and ham and stuff. Hello, friends. Will again. Progressives were on blast this week. The very front page, or the editorial page of the Boston Globe, and all of the columns on the editorial page of the Boston Globe were all aimed at one thing: getting Elizabeth Warren to run for the Democrats, to run against Hillary Clinton. And just by coincidence, at that same time, there was a Move On petition that now has over 300,000 signatures pushing Warren, get in the race, run, challenge Hillary Clinton. Here's a little clip of that.
I feel as though she's authentic and she speaks the truth. And there aren't a lot of people out there that do that anymore.
We need the right person to do the right thing. Yeah, and just keep it moving for us.
Yo voy a votar por ella, que queremos algo nuevo, cambios nuevos en esta sociedad para ver si esto mejora.
Here's a little bit from the op-ed from the Boston Globe. They said Democrats would be making a big mistake if they let Hillary coast to the presidential nomination without real opposition. And I can't help but agree. This isn't about whether or not I support Hillary Clinton. I probably will vote for her, but I'm not a huge fan. This is about pushing Hillary Clinton to take on positions, or at least reflect in her rhetoric positions that are not so boringly establishment. And not just boringly establishment, but harshly and causing damage kind of positions. So we want a candidate who's not just making $500,000 Goldman Sachs speeches and pushing for the military-industrial complex that we've always had, taking up positions that would really maybe fit into a Republican Party of the 80s under Reagan and not really reflect a new Democratic Party of the 21st century. Someone who's not just so boringly establishment, but also on another level, the idea of having more than two major parties in America is something that's both exciting and completely unrealistic. And until we can have a viable two-party system, we have to accept alternatives, which in this case is just having people run under the major party label to push the mainstream candidates to the left or to the right. So for example, I don't like Ted Cruz. He just announced this week he's running for president, but Ted Cruz is someone who will push the Republican Party presumably to the right. Rand Paul is someone who, on ideals, will push the Republican Party towards maybe libertarianism or capturing the youth vote. And at the same token, someone like Elizabeth Warren jumping in the race will help push Hillary towards more populist positions. Another thing, and we all know it, the Boston Globe acknowledges that Warren has said multiple times she's not going to run, to which the Boston Globe said, well, if you're not going to run, you need to be pushing someone else to do it. Warren sat down, I think, a few months ago with Hillary and had this quiet dinner that the press covered, but to which we don't really know what was spoken. And ever since then, Warren has made it pretty unequivocally clear that she's not going to be running for president. So it looks like we're going to have to just settle with what we have. Other alternatives, Bernie Sanders, Marco Cuomo, these are people that are nice, maybe they have some decent ideas, but they're not really that energy, that fire that maybe would push the Democratic Party. And one last thing, Warren, to me, the reason her running is important is because I think she fills a rhetorical niche that maybe Hillary Clinton needs to take on to be successful. The niche of Barack Obama, just 6-7 years ago, when he was running for president, was that we need to come together as a country, left, right, Latino, black, white, all these different things. It was the rhetoric of unity, right? And I think really, unfortunately, the last 6 years have made us more divisive, and I don't think that our citizenry are looking for that unity rhetoric anymore. The rhetorical niche that's going to be successful in 2016 is one of pragmatism, of let's get it done, and let's get it done now. I know the solutions, and we're gonna work and make sure this happens at any cost. That's what I think the rhetorical niche is calling for at the moment, both from the Republicans and from the Democrats. That's what's going to resonate during this election in 2016. I think that's what Hillary Clinton needs, and that's maybe what Elizabeth Warren, who's known for pushing Wall Street, for calling for populist policies, for pushing her ideals and starting new programs, can provide to the Democratic primary.